6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sadia Sattar. First, the headlines. Prime Minister inaugurated first ever business facilitation center in Islamabad today to promote ease of doing business and attract investment. Pakistan and China have agreed to strengthen cooperation in industrial, agricultural, and mining sectors, besides promotion of people-to-people contacts. Deputy Prime Minister has expressed gratitude to China's firm support to Pakistan for safeguarding its sovereignty, territorial integrity, and national dignity. Chinese Foreign Minister says his country will jointly support development of Gawada Port and Karakoram Highway realignment project. All Parties Hurriyat Conference has urged the United Nations and global human rights bodies to press India for release of Kashmiri political prisoners. Israeli forces in their relentless strikes martyred 20 more Palestinians in Gaza enclave today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif inaugurated the first ever business facilitation center in Islamabad today with a vision to promote ease of doing business and attract investment in the established by the Board of Government. Investment Center will facilitate the business community by providing a wide range of services, including guidance on regulatory requirements and facilitating business registration, licensing, and permits. It will serve as a one-stop service, reducing hurdles and facilitating efficient interaction between businesses and government entities. The Prime Minister, who was briefed on the center's functioning, including the investors' guidance application for special economic zones, licensing, and payments procedures with drastically reduced timelines. Shahbaz Sharif also unveiled the plaque of the project, vowing to replicate it across the country if it fulfills the desired objectives. He thanked the Minister for Board of Investment, Kaisar Ahmed Sheikh, Secretary BOI, and their team for establishing the country's first ever facilitation center. The Prime Minister urged all the relevant departments to efficiently run the center to make it a success by facilitating and guiding the investors or people from other sectors, just like other countries. He said we should welcome customers with a smiling face combined with genuine support without any delay, not even for a second. In his remarks, BOI Minister Kaisar Ahmed Sheikh called the establishment of the center a breakthrough in investment facilitation. China have agreed to strengthen bilateral cooperation in industrial, agricultural, and mining sectors, as well as promotion of people-to-people contacts and cultural cooperation. An understanding to this effect was reached at the 6th round of Pakistan-China strategic dialogue in Islamabad today, which was co-chaired by Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. Later, addressing a news conference along with Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar, the Chinese Foreign Minister expressed firm support to strengthen Pakistan's economic resilience. Wang Yi said that the current priority is high-quality development of an upgraded version of CPAC, and we will build on our past achievements, and referred to the development of more corridors. The Chinese Foreign Minister said country will also jointly support the development and operations of Gawada Port and promote the Karakoram Highway realignment project. He also welcomed the third-party participation in ML1 project of Pakistan Railways. Speaking on the occasion, Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar said the two sides exchanged views on the entire gamut of bilateral relations, including CPAC, trade and investment, and people-to-people cooperation. He said Pakistan-China enjoy complete unanimity of views and consensus on all important matters. He expressed gratitude to China's firm support to Pakistan for safeguarding its sovereignty, territorial integrity, and national dignity. He reaffirmed Pakistan's full support to China on all issues of its core concerns. Ishaq Dar said the two sides have agreed to continue their close cooperation at the multilateral fora, including at the UN Security Council. Minister for Planning and Development Ehsan Iqbal has unveiled results of the country's first digital economic consensus, describing it as an important milestone to achieve the socio-economic targets. Sharing details of the economic census at a ceremony in Islamabad today, he stated that this census will provide a foundation for scientific economic planning. He expressed confidence that by effectively utilizing this data, the country's economy can achieve significant growth, appreciating the work of the Pakistan Bureau of Statistics and other relevant officials. The Minister for Planning said that 40 million buildings were geo-tagged during the census, revealing that 7.2 million entities are engaged in economic activities. He mentioned that every entity has been recorded with an industrial code in order to ensure decisions on scientific basis. Ehsan Iqbal said that 10 million households are engaged in economic activities or operating micro businesses. This is Radio Pakistan. U.S. Acting Ambassador Natal Baker called on Minister for Interior Mohsen Naqvi in Islamabad today and discussed bilateral relations, counter-terrorism, and counter-narcotics cooperation. During the meeting, Acting Ambassador Baker expressed deep sorrow over the tragic loss of lives caused by recent heavy rains and flash floods in Pakistan, particularly in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The minister praised U.S. President Donald Trump's extraordinary efforts for sustainable global peace, highlighting his role in ending 4 wars, including those between Pakistan and India. He also expressed hope that President Trump's peace initiatives for ceasefires in Russia, Ukraine, and Gaza would prove successful. Acting Ambassador reaffirmed Washington's commitment to strengthening ties with Islamabad. DGISPR Lieutenant General Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry has clarified that the Chief of Army Staff Field Marshal Asim Munir has not given any interview to any journalist. Talking to journalists, he said the article penned by Sohail Varaich was about an event in Brussels where hundreds of people took pictures. He termed Sohail Varaich's action inappropriate and described it as an effort of self-promotion and personal gain. The DGISPR said that the perpetrators and facilitators of the May 9th incidents must be brought to justice in accordance with the law. He said that Pakistan is capable of changing the destiny of the entire region, which is why it continues to face repeated attacks. Terming the youth as a great asset of Pakistan, he urged them to understand the legacy and history of their ideological state and recognize their strength. Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry said Pakistan and its armed forces gave a befitting response to India and its proxies. He mentioned that the consensus decision made by all political parties in 2014 to eliminate the entire spectrum of terrorism in Pakistan has still not been fully implemented. Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry said whenever efforts are made to deport the illegal Afghan nationals involved in crimes, certain political and criminal elements within Pakistan start raising objections. He emphasized that the full implementation of the 14 points of the National Action Plan is essential. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has urged the United Nations and global human rights bodies to press India for the release of dozens of Kashmiri political prisoners languishing in jails across India and occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In a statement, APHC spokesman Abdul Rashid Minhas said detainees including Musarat Alam Bhatt, Shabir Ahmad Shah, Muhammad Yasin Malik, Asiya Andarabi and Khurram Parvez are subjected to inhuman conditions and torture. On the other hand, Kashmiri political leaders have slammed the BJP-led Indian government for introducing 3 controversies in bills in the Lok Sabha, warning they mark a dangerous shift towards authoritarianism. Leaders from Congress, National Conference and Communist Party of India Marxist pledged to resist the bills at all fora. Forces in their relentless strikes from Israel martyred 20 more Palestinians in Gaza enclave today. According to Gaza Health Ministry, among those martyred were eight aid seekers. Meanwhile, 2 more deaths have been recorded due to malnutrition in the past 24 hours, and thus hunger-related deaths have risen to 271, including 112 children. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and humid weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, widespread rain, wind, and thunderstorm with isolated heavy falls is likely in Lower Sindh. Partly cloudy weather with rain, wind, and thunderstorm also expected at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kashmir, Northeast Punjab, and Pothohar region during night. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk.